To another thrilling episode of the Squash Podcast with Mabel. Hope you are doing good. Last week on the show, we talked about non attachments. If you haven't listened to that episode, if you haven't seen it, try and do so. You have one or two things to learn from that episode. For those of you watching for the first time, thank you so very much for tuning in. For those of you listening for the first time, thank you so very much. And if you do not know what the Squash Podcast is about, basically, this is a platform where we talk about mental health, we talk about relationships, gossip, everything and anything, but mostly things to help you and to help me become better versions of ourselves, which brings me to today's topic. I am going to be talking about self-sabotage. I hope I pronounced that right. So self-sabotage, basically this can be seen as thoughts or behaviors that stop us from achieving our goals, our dreams, things that we do to ourselves consciously or subconsciously that prevent us from actualizing this thing that we want for ourselves. And I know that a whole lot of us, we are on this table. I am on this table. Yes, I am. Okay. So during the COVID, I've mentioned a couple of times that I started doing skits, yeah. And along the line, I just dropped. I stopped. I vanished class, packed my bag, and abandoned ship. Why did I do that? I did give reasons why I did that in couple episodes in the podcast. The thing is, I was scared. I was scared, and I talked myself out of it. Like, I talked myself out of doing something that I actually liked. And it's something that we do on a daily basis, or we have done it one or two times in our lives. Say there's a job interview you're supposed to go for, and then you're shit scared. Okay, what if I fail? What if I do this? But the thing is, darling, what if you pass? What if you actually get called for this job? What if you are amazing? There, before I started working, when I came to UAE, there are some places I wanted to drop my CV, and I was like, what if I don't get the job? Like, what if I'm not good enough? What if this is not what they're looking for? I am not qualified enough. But the thing is this, my mom will say this: you actually have nothing to lose. I mean, it's all going on in your head. What if, what if, what if? And the thing is, what you feed yourself is what you produce consciously or subconsciously. What you feed yourself is what will manifest somehow or something. It's just the way the body works or the way the mind works. The thing is, if you feed yourself positivity, you feed your mind positivity, that is what's going to happen. And a lot of times, I think it's the fear that actually makes us not go the extra step. Okay, I suck at making friends. No, I do not suck at making friends. I am an excellent person when it comes to making friends. But I'm like, what if they don't like the way I think? What if they don't? And that keeps me in my comfort zone. It's you being in your comfort zone because you're scared to go out. Because what if you're thinking about the what if and the what not, and those things that are going on in your head, you are sabotaging yourself. You don't even know what will happen. That's the thing. It's just you fighting a war in your head. Why? For what reason? Okay, I think last month, the last 2 months, I stopped going live. I was like, it's better, it's this going live, yeah, talking to you guys seeing my facial expression and I am not so confident in myself. And I'm like, okay, I think I will leave the port for a while, aside the fact that I did not have time. But I was like, I would leave the pod for some time to maybe get myself back, boost my confidence, self-esteem, and all that. And then I started doing just like audio versions, and it got to a point I was like, I think this podcast has had its, it has had its time, or it has run its course. So just stop. And like, what are you actually scared of? You're scared that this is me being honest with you now. I'm scared that when I talk to people, I'm not making sense. When I talk to people, it's not actually what they hear. I'm scared that there is somebody out there doing better in this field than I am. I'm scared that there were a lot of things that I was scared of, and I was just like, you know what? I tried. I attempted and it didn't work, so I'm just gonna, peace. And what even happened, I don't know how. I think I remembered, I basically remembered the love and the drive, what made me start in the first place. This is a platform for me to speak, and that was enough for me at that time, and it is still enough for me to come out here and you guys see my facial expression and see the fact that, oh yes, the fact that I always looks like shit. Yeah, that was another reason. That, yes, but basically it is the things we tell ourselves, how we feed ourselves, our mind. It's something might be good for you in the long run, but out of fear, consciously or subconsciously, you just ruin it. It's not that you want to, but it just happens. It basically just happens, and you're like, oh well. And the thing is, we do that in friendships, in relationships, as I said, for job interviews. When I got my job, and I went to the store, in the training I was the only, will I say, aside from a guy from Sudan, I was the only African there. And I was like, you know what, I think my mom isn't driving me from the house. I mean, I could just stay and chill, because what if I do not succeed? I felt like I was defending Africa, like this is you now. You have to prove that Africans are like, and I'm like, nah, I'm not. Nah. I wanted to run. I wanted to. Then I remembered where I was coming from. I remembered the people I had to take care of, the people I had to make proud of. The thing is this. Okay, I was talking to a friend of mine about this topic, that was last week, and he was like, he used an instance for me, and he was like, the way I wanna have a flat tummy, I wanna get abs, yeah, and I sabotage my own self by eating late at night, and I'm like, it's I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I want to get packs. I go to the gym, like, I work out, and I come back. Like, immediately I'm leaving the gym, I'm going to the supermarket, and I'm getting chocolates, I'm getting junk food, and I'm like, it's normal. But the truth is, I am actually sabotaging myself. I know that. I do know that. Do I want to stop? Yes, I do want to stop, but I cannot help myself. I just have to have the chocolate. I have to have the popcorn. I had to get my cola. I feel ashamed of myself saying this out loud, but basically that's an instance of you self-sabotaging. And I spoke to someone in church today. I hope she gets the chance to listen to this episode. Remember this line or this paragraph is for you. When you find yourself self-sabotaging, when you do know, first off, okay, the fact that it's actually hard, I'll say it's hard because it's at times it's subconsciously that we do it. We don't know that we are doing this to ourselves. So when you do get to the point that you know that you are screwing things up for yourself, remember why you started in the first place. Seriously, remember why you started in the first place, and look at it like this. It's another chance for you to learn, to improve, to be better, because the truth is, you have nothing to lose. You are still going to be there in that position, but you stepping out, taking that step, it's a chance and a new opportunity for you to be better, for something new that you don't know, for you to experience something different. It's a chance for that to happen. I mean, I think I'm making sense. I know I'm making sense. But really though, when you do that, picture yourself excelling, picture yourself manifesting in that field, in that skill. When you're like, people tell you you're not good enough, or you tell yourself, thing is, if people tell you you're not good enough and you tell yourself you're not good enough, that's if someone tells me I'm not good enough, if I don't believe it, it has no effect on me. But if I believe it, if I tell myself, I feed my soul that I am not good enough, then my self-esteem drops, my self-confidence drops. But when I actually chill, when I relax and I start to picture myself excelling in that field, excelling in that skill, it's scary, but I basically have nothing to lose. I was asked to talk once during a youth gathering. Let me put it like that. I was freaked out. I swear to God, I was so scared. I was like, what do how, why, no? And I told the person that asked me to speak, I was like, I can't do this. I am not confident enough. I can't handle the crowd. I can't do this. I kept with the I can't. And I got home and I told my mom, and like, I can't do this. And she was like, okay, don't do it. If another person will do it then. And I looked at her and she was like, yes, now there are other people better than you are, so there are people that can do it. And it got me pissed, and I'm like, no, I can do it. There are other people better than me, okay, but I want to prove to you that I can do it. And she was like, I was like, yeah, I want to prove to you that I can do it. I don't care who's better than me, but I have this chance and I have this platform to actually speak and for people to know that I have a voice, and I'm going to do it. And she was just looking at me and she was smiling, and I'm like, what kind of reverse psychology did this woman use on me? And I was like, but when I got there, I talked about finding yourself. I picked an episode from the pod, and trust me, it was better. It was better than I imagined. I did not imagine what was gonna happen that day, but it was awesome. I told them before I started the main thing, I was like, in case you guys see my legs shaking, just know like I am actually scared, but at the end of the day, I was proud. There are times when we can't help it. We can't help but be scared. Let me put it like that. We can't help but be scared. But the thing is, try. Just try. Try to be positive. I think that's it. Try to be positive. Surround yourself with people and things that give you joy, that boost your self-confidence, that boost your self-esteem. Like, praise yourself, fall in love with yourself, see yourself as this god, this mini god that can do anything he or she sets his mind to do. Like, when you look at the mirror, hype yourself. You don't understand, like, boost your, do you get? So you give no room to sabotage anything for yourself. When people, opportunities present themselves, you're like, yes, I want to show the world what I am capable of. I want to show this person what I'm capable of. I want to show my partner that this can work. I want to show my boss that I can bring a lot to the table. I want to show myself that I can be better. I can be good. I can be amazing. Do you get it? If you don't get it, try and get it. Don't forget about it. But anyways, that is basically all I have to say for today. We self-sabotage consciously, subconsciously, in our work life, our love life, our personal life and stuff. But it's once you fall in love with yourself, and you want to show the world what you are capable of, you want to radiate this positivity, this beauty. Once you just want to be good, you want to be great, you will stop self-sabotaging. I put it like that. You will stop self-sabotaging. Fall in love with yourself, glorify yourself, hype yourself up, boost your self-confidence, boost your self-esteem. Tell yourself every morning, I can do this. Surround yourself with people that love you and people that tell you that you can do it, even when you don't feel like it, but you know there are people rooting for you, there are people cheering you up, saying you can do this. I know it's not easy. Basically, none of this is easy, and self-sabotaging isn't something that you actually, most of the times you do not know when you're doing it. But yeah, being that as it may, when you do know, or when other people tell you that you are killing yourself, guy, come out of your comfort zone, try this, still try. It's just, think of it as going on an adventure, like and this is actually me to myself, because like I do know, I don't self-sabotage, don't sabotage your own self. Okay, you can do it. You are a gold mine. You are a truckload of positivity, of amazingness. You're a mini god man, but you are awesome. So ginger yourself, man. Okay, you can do it. That is all the time we have for today. If you ever feel the need to talk to me, slide into my DM, drop a message, hit me up on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. I am here basically, not all the time, but I did for you. When you want to talk, just send me a message. I will respond. I'll respond and reply as fast as I can. Okay, take care and happy Sunday. I love you. Your mental health is a priority. Okay, you're a gold mine. Do not forget. Bye, guys.